Well, g'day everyone. So in this video, I just wanted to cover how I've been teaching Kahu the start of lunging. That is with a lead rope attached to him. He lunges really well in the round yard, but I want to be able to cover this with a lead rope attached to him so that if I don't have access to a round yard or I'm in a position where I need to be able to do this on a line, I want to know that I can do this in hand with him. So let's get into how I've been teaching Kahu how to lunge. G'day everyone, I'm Zoe and this is Kahu. This is just a little reminder that I'm not a professional horse trainer, so anything you do see in my videos is only intended to be a guide. So with that said, let's get on with the video. Now, if you have already seen my video of how to teach the hind quarter yield, that moment will really help you here. If you haven't already seen that video, I highly recommend hitting the button up here, I think it is somewhere, and checking out that video first because it will greatly help this next step of teaching them how to lunge. Simply, all you want to do first is you want to see if they're going to respond and gently move forward first. So they should be able to lead forward. You stay in roughly the same spot and start just leading them forward around you, and if need be, just push outward on their shoulder and just keep that shoulder pointing away from you. Good boy. Now Kahu is still learning, so you're actually learning with Kahu today. So once your horse has sort of got that idea that, that I want you to lead forward when I'm pulling forward and you're circling around me, this is where it helps to be able to know that they already know how to yield that hind quarter and simultaneously walking forwards at the same time. Now this is because when they're going out in a circle, it's much better for their position on the circle and position around you if their shoulder is actually pointing towards you and their hind quarter is away from you. They're going to really curve their body around better into the position that they should be, and it also means that they're going to be facing up to you within a little, holding that circle of lunging as well. So I'll insert some clips here. What I did with Kahu just a few days ago, literally just starting to teach Kahu how to lunge. And you can see that Kahu already knows how to lead, and because he already knows how to yield those hindquarters round, you can see quite clearly here that he's already starting to put those puzzle pieces together and actually learn what it means to be lunged, even though he doesn't actually know what this process means yet. So you really want to minimize how much you move from one spot. So you could try to make it easier for you so you know where you are, to maybe put a hoop on the ground, a small colored hoop, or maybe just maybe a yoga mat or something similar, to help mark your position, and so that they keep going in a nice circle around you rather than keep switching a spot, and so obviously making them a little bit more self-aware and where you are to actually go around you rather than you're shifting and making room for them. So the exercises I'm doing with Kahu today and what I'm showing all of you is exactly how I taught Jewel how to lunge probably the best part of 2 to 3 years ago now. She picked it up really quickly and it went really well. It was simple, and I broke down these steps really small for her because Jewel didn't like to do lots of things all at once. You had to make those small steps into baby steps further still for her. And for Kahu, he appears to learn in a similar fashion, so that's why we're training Kahu in much the same way. So once again, I'm going to lead Kahu upward and forward from his halter in my left hand, and then I'm just going to give a little nudge here and there with my right hand onto his rump, and the occasional he might need to click forward. He's playing with the rope a little bit at the moment, that's okay. So again, I'm going to hold it up in the crook of my thumb in my left hand, semi-leading him forward, and then just a little nudge on his hind quarter just to encourage him forward. Now don't be afraid to be up close with your horse at this stage. They're still learning, and it makes it easier to give them those cues of how to lunge if you're up close and personal with them. Now, of course, anything you do on one side of a horse, you should do on the other side as well, just the same. As even if you're saddle starting them or you're putting a bridle on them, they should be in the habit of you doing the same exercise from both sides. It encourages them to use both sides of their brain. So now that Kahu's done the lunging on his left, now I'm on his right, and let's see if he's going to respond and do what he's been asked to do freely and easily on this side as well. Good boy. And again, I'm going to lead him forward just carefully in my right hand, now that I'm on this side. Good boy. Good boy. And I'm only going to apply pressure into the crook of my thumb if he stops, like he's doing here. Come on. There we go. So if he stops like he did there, then I apply a bit of pressure. Good boy. But as he's going around me, I'm going to ask him to yield those hindquarters round simultaneously. Good boy. So as you can see, Kahu is still learning, just like all of us are throughout our lives. And at this point, he's still learning to lunge, just like some of you are. So I hope this video was found helpful to some of you. And as always, guys, if you have any questions, do drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, guys, Kahu and I will see you next time. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can stay up to date with what's going on in our world.